Hello, digital soldiers, and welcome to Truthcast TV. If you're new to this channel, click that subscribe button. And if you like this video, click that like button. The more subscribers I have and the more likes I get, the more eyes that are on the truth. Today, I want to discuss Jesse Smollett 2.0. And everybody knows that by now to be Bubba Wallace. After claiming that there was a noose in his garage stall. After every media outlet covering this story, after crying at Sunday's race in Talladega, after everybody pushed his car down to the starting line, everybody in NASCAR pushed his car to the starting line in a show of solidarity. Okay? Well, after all of that solidarity was shown, and even getting tweets from LeBron James talking about how sorry he was that there was a noose and, blah, 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 blah. The FBI, after 15 agents went to investigate this noose, 15 agents that are being paid by the taxpayers of the United States. 15 agents decided there was no noose in his garage stall. There was a loop knot so people could pull the garage door down. That's what it was, not a noose. But, and this was Bubba after the race Sunday in Talladega. You're not going to take my smile. Nobody's trying to take your smile, Bubba. Nobody's trying to take anything from you, Bubba, because you lied. This whole story's fake. And the media, the lamestream media, the fake news, just run with it to try to cause further division and hatred amongst the American people. And to be honest with y'all, they just want an all-out race war, is what the lamestream media wants. And the people that really run America and the world. That is exactly what they want to see. Well, he did a interview with Don Lemonhead from Communist News Network last night. I figured I would bring that to my subscribers, because if you're like me and you hate CNN and you don't like watching CNN, then I got you. Because we're going to check that interview out right now. Let's just take a gander, shall we?
With me tonight. Bubba, good evening to you. I think you've handled this like a champ, and I'm appreciative that you came to speak to us tonight, because we first talked about the Confederate flag on this show and many other issues. So again, thank you. So much has happened just in the last few hours. A federal investigation shows that this wasn't a hate crime. Talk to me about what's going through your head. How are you feeling right now?
We can't hear you, Bubba. We can't hear you. I think the cat's got his tongue.
I can't hear Bubba. Bubba, we lost your audio. There we go.
I'm sorry.
Talk to me about how you're feeling right now.
I'm pissed. I'm
He's
mad
pissed.
because people are trying to test my character and the
He's pissed. The irony.
person that I am and my integrity, and they're not stealing that away from me, but they're just trying to test that. And as a person, Don, that doesn't need the fame, doesn't need the hype, doesn't need the media, I could care less. I give.
If he doesn't need the fame, doesn't need the hype, and he doesn't need the media, he sure as hell acted like he loved all of that attention Sunday and Monday. Now that Tuesday rolled around and the FBI said, well, it wasn't a noose. It was just a loop knot tied in a rope to create a handle. Now, he's the one that's pissed. Imagine that, right?
Two craps about that. But to sit there and read, and that's my problem. I'm reading too much into it and investing too much time into it. I am.
Don't.
I know. I'm trying hard not to, and after tonight, I'll probably turn my phone off unfortunately, until about 7:30 in the morning, where the interviews start back up again, and we get it all over. But Don, to hear my side of the story, and I don't mean to steal your spotlight of the show, but my side needs to be heard. I don't know what time it was, about 5:30, 6 o'clock on Sunday evening after the race has been called. Garages are closed. My crew is on a plane back to North Carolina. I was about to go out to dinner with a couple of fellow competitors, and we were talking about what time we were going to leave, where we were going, and I get a phone call from. I'm in my motorhome. I get a phone call from the president, Steve Phelps, and it's a phone call, Don, that I'll never forget. It's one of those phone calls where you can automatically tell within the first couple seconds that something's wrong, and it immediately made me think of, what did I do? What am I getting suspended for? Like, what did I say wrong in an interview? Whatever it was. And so I'm thinking all the bad things or whatever it could have been that I had done, whatever I said. So he's like, we need to talk in person. So I'm like, okay. So he walks down the motorhome, opens up the door, and the look that he had on his face alerted me in a way that I'll never forget as well. And I'm still thinking like, okay, what did I do? Let me know. And now, mind you, I got to the racetrack at
he sure is stalling an awful lot, ain't he?
I don't remember what time, 9:30, 10 o'clock, and slept all day just because that's all we were able to do, go straight to my motorhome. That's the only place where I'm allowed to go. I'm not allowed to be in the garage. But the conversation that I had with Steve Phelps was, I would say, and I'm speaking for him, I would probably say one of the hardest things, if not the hardest thing he's ever had to tell somebody. Tears rolling down his face, choked up on every word that he was trying to say, that the evidence that he had brought to me that a hate crime was committed, quote unquote. And I immediately thought my family was in danger.
A fake, another hoaxed hate crime to try to get Americans even more divided and have even more hatred for each other than they already do because of the lamestream media.
And so I was about ready to call my mom and dad and to make sure everybody was okay. But it was in the garage stall that our car was at. And so I was kind of like taken back and not really comprehending everything. I was just like, what? But the way that I was communicating, like Steve was communicating to me that everything was going on, it showed the testament to him and the character that he has and how he's representing the sport and how he wants to stand up for what's right. And he's not going to tolerate any racist acts or anything. And I stand behind Steve. I stand behind NASCAR. And like they said in their statements, if it happened again, they wouldn't change anything. They would do it all over again. But I never seen the news. I never reported it. Like I said, I was going to dinner.
Let me jump in here, Bubba. Because no one is accusing you of doing anything wrong. And the knuckleheads who are criticizing you, no, but you can't worry about that. Not anyone with any sense. And fair-minded people are not accusing you of doing anything wrong.
Now, Don Lemon wants to sit here and say not anyone with any sense, right? But these are the people that took the story and run with it before they ever even found out if it was true or not. Because it fits their agenda and it fits their narrative. Racism. But Don Lemonhead wants to talk about people with sense. Maybe him and CNN need to get a little bit. And then so many people won't hate their guts and call them fake news every day. But I doubt that'll ever happen. Good old communist news network.
Wrong. You were simply reacting to what the head of NASCAR told you happened. Now listen, this is how I feel about it, okay? And people can think what they want.
Okay, but somebody in his team had to go to the head of NASCAR and inform them that they found a noose in the garage. Right? Just saying.
Did NASCAR get it wrong? No, I shouldn't say that. Did they jump the gun? Maybe, yes. But I am extremely happy with what, and I think most Americans are, what NASCAR is doing. And I think in this environment, and I have said it before, this hypercharged environment.
Bubba Wallace told him to run with the story. His team told him to run with the story. They ran with the story. The story was fake. It turned out to be a hoax. And now they look like the fucking idiots. Excuse my language. Anybody with any sense. Well, here's your two guys right here that have none of it. That's all I can take. If y'all want to watch the rest of the interview, just go to CNN's YouTube channel, check it out. That's all I can take. Like I said, if you're new to this channel, click that subscribe button. If you like this video, click that like button. The more subscribers and the more likes, the more eyes on the truth. I've got more content coming this week, so stay tuned. And, you know, all I can say about this, whether Bubba Wallace ever seen the news, whether he knew that this was a hoax or not, he should have told NASCAR, his team, and the media not to run with the story until they find out exactly what happened and who did it. Just saying. Anyway, I got plenty more content coming this week, so stay tuned, stay woke, stay safe, and until next time, I'm out.